And now, here's your Black History Minute.
And today we're talking about David Stewart and how he borrowed $2,000 from his dad and ended up a $6 billion man. Now, for those who don't know, David Stewart was born in Chicago, Illinois. Stewart came from humble beginnings with 7 other siblings. Although he was born in Chicago, his family moved to his mother's hometown of Clinton, Missouri, where he was raised. There, they lived in a small home that did not include indoor plumbing or heating. The family had a small farm with cows, vegetables, and crops, and taking care of the land was a part of the Stewart family's daily responsibilities. Stewart was quoted as saying, "My jobs include emptying the chamber pots, shaking down the ash and pot-belly stove, and then spreading it on the driveway for traction, cleaning the barn, feeding the cows and pigs, milking the cow, and skimming the cream from the butter churn. Our chores seemed endless, but it was just the way we grew up, and it was all just a part of our lives." However, Stewart's father's work ethic gave him his first glimpse into entrepreneurship. Stewart was quoted as saying, "My father was the first entrepreneur I ever knew. He was an entrepreneur out of necessity. We probably would have qualified for welfare, but my father was proud, and he did what he had to do to support his wife and children. He was a master mechanic and should have been able to make good money working at a nearby power company, but they weren't hiring people of color. He and my mother were caring and committed to the next generation. Having 2 parents who understood their roles and their responsibilities, and then watching them work together to provide for their family, making them the best teachers in the world." End quote. Stewart's examples of hard work would pay off in great dividends. In the 1st grade, he was the first black person to attend Clinton's newly integrated elementary school. And by 1973, he would graduate from Central Missouri State University, becoming the first person in his family to earn a college degree. After college, Stewart moved to St. Louis, where his older sister lived, to begin his career. He served as a substitute teacher while applying for other full-time roles. He would later join Wagner Electric Corporation in 1974. A year after starting the role with Wagner, the company was shut down, leading him to accept a position with Missouri Pacific Railroad as the company's first black person to sell rail services. Leveraging his role as a marketing and sales representative with the railroad company, Stewart joined FedEx in 1979 as a senior account executive and earned a place in the Federal Express Sales Hall of Fame after 2 years in the role. Stewart was quoted as saying, "I was very excited to earn this honor. On the day of the ceremony, I was given a silver ice bucket with my initials engraved on it. I was enjoying my job. I liked the company. But when I looked inside that bucket, I saw that it was empty. That vision sort of hit me then, that there was an emptiness and a confinement to working for someone else. That's when I really started thinking about buying my own business." Stewart's awakening provoked him to borrow $2,000 from his father and use his railroad experience to launch Transportation Business Specialists. This auditing firm reviewed freight bills for the rail industry. 3 years later, he started his second company, Transport Administrative Services, another auditing firm focused on undercharges. By 1990, he founded his most lucrative business, Worldwide Technology. According to the company's website, WWT is the largest black-owned company in the United States. Starting with only a few employees in a small office, WWT now operates out of 4 million square feet across 20 facilities worldwide. WWT employs over 9,000 people and brings in more than $14.5 billion in annual revenue. And in case you were wondering how much David Stewart is worth, they estimate his net worth at $6 billion.
Black History Minute salutes the brother who moves in silence, the black billionaire, David Stewart.